Today I'd like to tie for you the Adirondack Sirloin. And I'm going to make this a little bit different than the original, whereas I'm going to use red fox belly hair instead of coyote belly hair. We're going to start out with a 3 extra long streamer hook, and this is a size 8. And one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lead wire to it. This is actually lead-free wire. And I'm going to start the wire just a little bit in front of the hook point, and I'm going to cover the shank with that. This is 15 thousandths lead wire. This is just going to help it get through the water a little quicker. Once the materials get wet, they will sink rather easily. I'm going to stop it about 3 eye lengths in back of the eye, because we're going to have to put on a muddler head here. Now the thread I'm going to use is 6/0. Just want a heavier thread for the streamer. I'm going to start it in front of the lead wraps and secure them. Get it to the back, and you want to make a bit of a taper here, building it up to the lead wraps. At the front, you want to taper that off going down. And bring that back to the back once again. We're going to stop right at where the barb would be. We don't want to go further than that. Remove our excess. We're going to start out, I'm going to take the red fox belly hair, and I'm going to take this grayer area. I'm going to take a clump of that. I got that. I'm going to pull out the short ones. This is going to be wing number 1. We're going to tie that right in, right at the back there. Make the butts go right up to the lead wraps. That way it'll be almost the same width. Okay, we got that in there tight. Now we're going to take olive chenille. We're going to tie that in. And we're going to bring our thread up to about just almost 1/2. Before the 1/2 mark though. We're going to go ahead and wrap the chenille. We'll give it that last one, and we're going to tie that off. Then we're going to go ahead and trim this. You can pick away those couple of fibers that are on the end of your chenille. Now I'm going to take another clump of the red fox belly hair, remove those loose ones, leave all of those guard hairs in there. We're going to tie them in right there. And secure them down. Pull it there a little bit and you might get some loose fibers coming out. Now we're going to take the green chenille once again. We're going to reattach right at the second wing. And we're going to bring this thread up to the end of the lead wraps. And we're going to wrap that chenille up to that point. And we're going to tie that off. With these really long hooks, it's a good idea to hold the hook because it's very bouncy. I'm going to remove the excess. I'm going to take away those last couple. You can see there's thread right there. I'm going to take one last wing and I'm going to attach it right in front of that chenille. Let me get a little bit better grip on there. I'm going to tie that down. Stroke that through. Now we're going to take the deer hair and we're going to make a muddler head on there. And I've got a clump about the size of a pencil. We're going to tie this in. We want this only to be only about half that third wing. We're going to take 1, 2 loose loops, and we're going to let it spin. Pull it down and let it spin. Just help it along there a little bit. I want to have the more hair on the top. Didn't quite spin fully, but that's okay. That's looking good. Going to hold that clump back. We're going to put a couple of wraps right in front to push that tight up to it. Then we're going to take another clump. I'm not going to take as much for this one. Going to hold that hair. I'm going to trim off the back tips. I'm going to put this right in front of the first one. 1, 2, pull it. Pack it in there. Push and twist. Push and twist. Here we go. I'm going to get one more clump on there. Move this thread right in front. Put a couple of wraps to hold it in there. I'm going to hold that right in front. Once, twice, and pull it straight down. Push and twist. Push and twist. Bring that thread right to the front. Then I'm going to put a couple of wraps right there to tie that off. Take our whip finisher. Give it about 3 turns on the whip finish. Pull that tight. Take those hairs that you caught and just break them off. Now I'm going to trim it to shape. First you want to take your bodkin and stand up the hairs you want to cut off. And push that all the way around. I'm going to start on the bottom. I'm just going to cut this more or less flat. And here we have the Adirondack Sirloin. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please leave comments, questions, suggestions, refer me to your friends. And most of all, I thank you very much for watching my videos.